Alright guys, I just read a 446-page book, and it was basically talking about this guy who's a young man. I'm going to skip a lot of details because this video has to be short. Okay, basically there's this guy, he was a good dude, but he was always looked down upon, he was always treated badly. And people would classify him in the red pill community, would classify him as a simp. Okay, he risked his life, his family, his friends, he risked all these people's life because he saw an attractive female who was in danger, and they were definitely gonna try to kill her or whatever, And on top of that, he was getting played by the woman who he was engaged by. She was cheating on him. When one guy, she broke up with that guy, she got pregnant by that guy, left him, and then got with another dude. And this dude was a goon, he was a killer. You know what I'm saying? And it is crazy how that works. The guy who wrote this book, he was born in 1989. And I was like, I know this dude got to be young because of the way he's talking and the way his book is more aware of female nature and, is more realistic. Versus, the older generations always made women to be some, weak, docile creatures. But in this book, they're strong, the women are talking back, they're not submitting to the men, like little puppies. And I think that is more realistic to what we see in Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. You see, the last three generations, they haven't been being submissive and, all that other stuff. And I feel like this dude is finally hitting home. And even though this dude risked his life, he risked two of his people, his dad and one of his male bodyguards basically died just because he wanted to run off and try to save this chick. And then the chick doesn't even treat him good, and she's untrustworthy. She isn't trusting of him, and she's basically cold to him. She won't even kiss him. She won't even do anything for him. And his dad died because he tried to save that chick, and his bodyguard died. And that just shows you that whatever you do is never enough. And people are going to hit me with, that's a fictional story. But that's the whole point of the psychology of the red pill. You can see more into things than, like every movie, every book, it has a message. That message was inspired by something that's going on in the real world, usually, even if it's fictional. This book was fictional, right? But the things that it was inspired by actually go on in the real world, okay? And so this dude doing everything for this chick, she not even giving him the time of day, so to speak, okay? And she disrespected him the same way that his fiance was disrespecting him. And then, basically, the bad dude, this dude is basically a goon. He don't even got to do all that. She gave him the panties. She basically said, let's have sex or whatever. She didn't play all those games with him. I'm just trying to tell y'all that is what's so wrong, because this dude did like 50 things, 100 things that said, I'm marriage material, marry me right now. He saved her life, he treated her wounds, he gave her food, he protected her, he risked everything for her. You know what I'm saying? He tried to do everything to make her feel better. And he's getting the cold side of the pillow or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's getting the short end of the stick. And then this other dude was not a good dude. He was playing the psychological mind games that a lot of dudes who are good women play, and he ended up taking that dude's fiance, smashing her. And it didn't take him, he didn't have to do no good deed. It was like after 1 day, 1 or 2 days, he getting to smash something. He didn't have to do none of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do much. She just seen him and knew she wanted to give him some punani. You see how unfair that is? That the good dude has to do so much just to get something that the other person don't have to do nothing for. It's like saying, I'm paying $1 million to get a house, but then somebody else getting that same house that I got, that I was gonna get. They would be given to them for free. That's exactly what's going on. Cause you gotta understand something. It's not about looks, gentlemen. It's about persona. It's about what you do. If you're doing weak stuff, that automatically drops you down to a 0 if you're doing too many things that's weak versus being a 5 or something like that. That dude, the energy he came, she considered him a 10. You know, the way she was looking at him, she wanted that. You know what I'm saying?